Hey gorgeous, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm back building for my save file and I decided to build a museum here. So this is going to be a community lot. It is kind of a multifunctional, multi-purpose lot, but not really. So the right side of the structure is going to be a museum with an occult theme. And I also have a little business here that is more like a modern art gallery. I used some custom paintings there that I downloaded off of the gallery. Don't worry, they're not actually custom content. I think they're painted by reference, by like real Sims, by Sims, and I use those in the modern art gallery. So if you're curious to download those for yourself, I will link the original creators in the description down below, so you should definitely check them out. But definitely the main event of this lot is going to be the Occult Museum. So yeah, I've said this a couple of times, but Willow Creek is actually based off of New Orleans. So I kind of wanted to roll with that vibe as well. So as you can see, the exterior, it's coming around quite quickly. But I really strongly based it off that New Orleans French Quarter kind of a vibe. And also, New Orleans is kind of famous for their magical folklore, if you will. So I wanted to kind of tie that in my save file as well. So there is a haunted house residential here. And I also wanted to make a museum surrounding occult stuff. I thought that would fit in quite nicely. So yeah, in this museum you will find a bunch of different things surrounding vampires, surrounding the paranormal stuff pack, a realm of magic as well. I also use some jungle adventure stuff in here, not because it's necessarily a magical pack, but there's definitely some strange things happening there, and I can kind of imagine that let's say the historical artifacts that you would find in the jungle, they kind of have some, magical folklore surrounding them. So I wanted to include just a bunch of items in that in this build that I imagine would fit into that theme. And also, something I wanted to also discuss is if you have packs like vampires, like Realm of Magic, for me, I don't necessarily play with them a lot, but I do think they're very, very good packs. I think that when it comes to occult packs or occult game packs, people either love them or hate them. So they either don't like them, like really hate the packs, or they play with them all the time. So for me, I don't play with vampires or occult sims that often, but I do think that the game packs are done really, really well. And if you have those packs, whether you like it or not, the vampires will show up, the magical sims will show up. And I thought doing a build like this would really kind of tie in nicely. So kind of function as a bridge between realistic gameplay and more occult gameplay, if you will. So you can come here with a family. Let's say you do like realistic gameplay, you can still come here with a family and just kind of go on a date and look around, look at the different fun items. Like places like this do exist in real life, but if you have a more occult sim, this place is actually quite useful. So there's a cauldron here, so you can do like potion brewing and whatnot if you're like a spellcaster. And there's also a seance table, so you can practice like your paranormal skill or whatever if you're a paranormal investigator. So I thought that would be quite useful. Now, of course, one of the lot requirements to build a museum is actually a easel. I did not put that in the occult museum because I felt like it just didn't fit. So that's why I also included the modern art gallery. That's where I put a couple of easels that your sims can use to work on their painting skills. So this lot is still kind of useful. I mean, let's be honest, it's not super useful, but it's kind of useful. And also another thing that I built here is like a little gift shop. Obviously, if you have this build set as a museum, it's not actually functional as a gift shop, but you could potentially run this place as a retail store and, set all the little items for sale, and your people or your guests would buy this. Of course, it's going to be quite an expensive lot, so I don't think realistically it would be very handy to do that. And definitely the gift shop is more for decoration. But I do think it looks pretty nice. But you will see it when we move on to the interior, which I think should not be too long from now. So yeah, here is me putting in some parking lots. Like I said, I like to add some realism in my builds. I did run into a very strange issue. So I have tool mod installed, I have better build by installed, and the red shelf, and I'm not sure what happens, but for some reason my better build by didn't work for a while, and now I could not access the debug catalog at all, like not with entering the live edit objects cheat. So either I'm doing something wrong, or I think I should just update my mods. I will try that next. I'm always too lazy to do that. But yeah, I had some issues. So in the end, I did put in some cars, but I just downloaded them off the gallery. So I have some cars on this lot. So yeah, here you see me building that little gift shop that I just talked about. I really do like how that gift shop turned out, even though it's not super useful. I just think it looks super cute. And also you can drink some coffee here, so you can kind of use it as like a fake cafe as well. I just really wanted to do this. This is one of the original plans that I had. If I'm going to like sort of recreate New Orleans, obviously I'm not recreating New Orleans, that's not possible, but kind of recreate that vibe. I thought it would be nice to kind of include some more occult stuff and spooky stuff in my save file. So yeah, I have quite a few lots. Well, there's one actually haunted house residential. I have a couple of lots that have the spooky lot trait. This lot also has a spooky lot trait, and I also have a cemetery in Willow Creek. Obviously, you can still very easily use my save file for more realistic gameplay. That's what I like to do. But like I just mentioned, if you have vampires installed, if you have Realm of Magic installed, magical sims will still show up, and rather than pretending they do not exist, I do kind of like the idea of sort of embracing the occult sims that kind of show up in your game even though you're not necessarily playing with them. So yeah, I hope you guys like that idea as well. Definitely let me know what you guys think of the occult sims. If you like the packs. I'm gonna be honest, I think, maybe this is a controversial opinion, but I think the Sims 4 occults are the best occults we've ever had in any of the Sims franchises. And I'm saying that very carefully because obviously it's been a long time since I played The Sims 3 and The Sims 2, so I don't have a lot of memories regarding the occult sims in The Sims 3 and The Sims 2, but from memory there wasn't a whole lot that you could do. And for example, because they made like a dedicated game pack for vampires, I feel like they're really fleshed out and they're really well done. I really love the gameplay that it came with, even if I would still recommend it even if you're not really big on occult sims. Obviously, if you only like to play with realistic gameplay and family gameplay and stuff like that, then I wouldn't recommend the packs. But if you kind of are looking for something to change up your game and you don't have the vampires or the Realm of Magic game pack, I would definitely recommend them. I think they're very, very good. They definitely give you a few hours of fun, and I still did not play through all of the packs, like the occult packs completely. I still have quite a few things to do. And especially the vampires. I think I would still prefer the vampires over the Realm of Magic pack. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. But the vampires, I just really love how you're just sort of leveling up as a vampire, and then you also have to choose your weaknesses. I don't know, it's a bit more challenging, I feel, compared to a lot of Sims 4 gameplay. And I like to have a little bit of a challenge. I feel like Realm of Magic, becoming like a master spellcaster, or how do you call it? I'm not sure. It is quite easy. I think the only challenging aspect is, getting the curses and trying to get rid of them, because you have to create like the potion and find all the ingredients. But even then, it is pretty simple to just get all the ingredients, especially if you have a couple of more of the packs. So yeah, I don't know, but I do like Glimmerbrook, and I do like the Magic Realm. So I'm curious to know if you guys like those packs, and what is your favorite occult? Do you prefer vampires, or do you prefer spellcaster sims? Obviously, there's a couple of more occult sims. Let's say we also have mermaids and aliens, but those were kind of included in an expansion pack, and therefore I feel like they're not fleshed out as much. There's not that much that you can do with aliens and mermaids, which is unfortunate, because I think I would have preferred if they did like another game pack, or stuff pack rather, because I feel like still game packs are quite expensive. And that also kind of gives you the opportunity to actually pick and choose whether or not you want occults in your game. But yeah, since I do have those packs, I thought it would be nice to kind of embrace the fact that they show up all the time. I don't know if you guys have it often, where, for example, you're going to a restaurant. For some reason, in every restaurant that my Sims go to, there's always a vampire working. Always. And very often it's Vlad. And I'm not sure why. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I also wish we had some more customization to turn off occult. So let's say you do want the vampires pack to play with sometimes, but not all the time. And then if you have more realistic gameplay, that you can kind of turn them off. I don't think you can do that. Maybe you can. If you can, please let me know, because I have not figured that out yet. But yeah. So yeah, here you see me putting in some shelving. A lot of the things are collectibles, and some collectibles, if you go to this museum, your Sims can't put them in the inventory, but others they can. So when I came to playtesting this build, those weird kind of paranormal round things, I have no idea what you call them, I'm sorry, like the specter things, your Sims can grab them and put them in their inventory and sell them, which I feel like you shouldn't, because obviously this is a museum lot and they're on a community lot, but yeah. And other things your Sims can't grab and can't collect. So I'm not really sure why that is. I feel like it's an oversight that the Sims team or EA made, unfortunately. But yeah, you can abuse it if you want to. You can just come here and collect those different items and sell them. Also, you would have seen me put a table with potions downstairs, kind of for the gift shop. When I came to playtesting this build, the gifts, or the gift shop, the potions, they disappeared. So I'm not sure why that is. So eventually I did replace them for some other things. I can't remember exactly what it was, but you will see it in the screenshots anyway. So up here, this is the final sort of level to this museum. I just have some coffins here and also some additional shelves with like random stuff on them. I was kind of running out of stuff to put on the shelves, and I was really stretching it by putting in just random crystals, because I felt like at some point it kind of became like an archaeological, or how do you call it? Like a science museum rather than an occult museum. But on the other hand, like a lot of crystals, they have some kind of magical meaning to them. Like I'm not super into that stuff, so I don't know, but I'm sure maybe some of you guys know. And I do find it quite interesting. I do quite enjoy reading about that kind of stuff, even though I don't necessarily believe in it myself. But yeah, I thought it was just kind of fun to build a museum like this, and I have not seen one in The Sims before. Not saying that I've no one else has ever done anything like this. I'm sure someone has, but I still felt like it was quite an original idea. So here you have that modern art gallery, and I absolutely love this painting. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I think I said at least, I downloaded those of the gallery, and I will link the original creators down below. So they're not custom content, they're just custom paintings. So even if you have base games, you will probably be able to still download these paintings, which I think is super useful because we just don't have enough art in the game, I feel. So yeah, so here you also have some easels that your Sims can use to paint on and work on their painting skill. I do think I also have some supporting lot traits that make sure that your Sims can build their painting skill faster if they paint here, which I thought was quite useful. So yeah, I think we should be coming near the end actually of this speed build. I think lastly I'll be putting in the cars. Yeah, here we go. So anyway guys, I think I'm just going to leave this voiceover right here. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know by leaving a like or a comment, or feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of my future videos. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!